Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Life in the Word TV. I'm DeAndre Brown. Okay, so today we're going to be tackling the question, are there different levels of punishment for sin? And the answer to that is, of course, yes. But don't take my word for it. We're going to go ahead and let the Bible speak for itself. But before we do, let's go ahead and check out this quick conversation that Frank Turek had when he was asked the same question. Let's take a look.
Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
So my question is, a few people ago, you were talking about how there are different levels of punishment in hell. So like a run-of-the-mill sinner wouldn't be punished the same way as someone like Hitler.
Right.
But would that not cause the issue of having different weight to different sins? Like that's like saying a lie is just a little bad versus murder is terrible. But to God, isn't sin just sin? Any sin is enough to separate you from God?
Any sin is enough to separate you from God, but some sins are worse than others. Two ways we know this. First of all, Jesus is talking to the Pharisees in that same passage I mentioned earlier. I think it's Matthew 23. And he says, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you have tithed your spices, but you've neglected the weightier matters of the law, justice, mercy." In other words, there is a hierarchy of commands, and Jesus also implies this when he's asked what is the greatest commandment. He doesn't say they're all the same. What does he say? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind. This is the first commandment, and the second is to love your neighbor as yourself. And in this, all the law and the prophets can be summed up. So there is a graduation of sins. Obviously, a little white lie is not at the same level as homicide. Okay? But Jesus' blood can cover it all.
So we see that there are different levels of punishment for sin. And why is that? Well, because even though all sin separates from God, all sin is not equally evil and wicked, because there are some sins more wicked and evil than others. Like, for instance, if you was to go into the store and steal some milk and cereal or bread to feed your family, is it sinful? Did you commit a sin? Yes, you did. But is that as evil and wicked as someone going on a killing spree and just killing people at random? No, it's not. See the difference? So yeah, there are some sins that are more evil and wicked than others, but all sin is still sin, and it does separate from God. But because there are sins that is just more wicked and diabolical and evil than others, they require a higher level of punishment. So let's go ahead and look at Luke 12:47. And it reads, "And a servant who knows what the master wants, but isn't prepared and doesn't carry out those instructions will be severely punished." See, there are some that will be severely punished because they know what to do. They know what the Lord wants of them, but they just don't do it. And there are those who just really don't know, or don't know as much as the advanced believer knows, and those who know more will be severely punished. They will be punished at a higher degree or a higher level than those who don't know. So we see that there are different degrees of punishment here. So let's go ahead and look at John 19:11. And it reads, "Jesus answered, Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore he that delivered me unto thee has the greater sin," has committed the greater sin. So there are some sins that are just greater than other sins. And the greater sin, the more evil and wicked sin, require a higher level of punishment. Okay? Okay, that's it for now. Hey, I hope this video helped you guys out a little bit. Hey, if you guys like these type of videos, won't you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Help me get these videos out, y'all. All right, till next time. Have a good one.